What is going on, guys? We are back with another rebuild on the channel, and I know you're probably wondering, why the hell am I doing the Seahawks, especially this early on in the year? Is Luke Jokel on this team? God, those tackles were such a bust. It's unbelievable. But the reason why I'm doing them is I figured we have to do them anyways at some point. Why not get them out of the way early on? Knock out an easy team. Maybe have a nice walkthrough, a nice fun one. This team, any team, really, any team could, use the help. I know this team comes close or wins the Super Bowl sometimes in Sim. But honestly, if we don't fix the offensive line, I think there's a good chance the game will tell us, no, it's not that easy. 10-6 with you. First week, you're out of the playoffs. That's my personal thought. But we'll see, obviously. Well, maybe we won't. I might settle that position. Offensive line, like I said, a huge issue for this team. So let's get to work. This is obviously going to be a fantasy style. You should know that by now. You probably figured that out by the thumbnail alone. He retrades CJ Procise, Jeromepkr, who's not even supposed to be on the team, and a third-round pick for Dez Bryant. Curse was traded for Sheldon Richardson, but this roster doesn't have it. So I'm just going to allow myself to trade because at the end of the day, the trade they got, getting Sheldon Richardson, was actually a pretty good trade for them as well. So either way, it's not like, we were the Rams or something, or we were the Bills and we got away with not having to trade Sammy Watkins. Now that would be unfair because Sammy Watkins is one hell of a talent in Madden. If I'm being honest, I don't even know why trades like this are even possible in Madden. But Luke Jokel, a 7th round this year and a 6th round next year for Ryan Schrader, offensive line. As long as you're not going for the youngest, best ones in the league, you should be able to easily knock that position out without worry. And just like we did there, obviously I want to get really good on the offensive line. I don't want just a couple of pieces. I want the whole damn pot. I want a whole damn roster made of superstar talent. I want a year 1 win, and then you retrade Ruben and a 4th round for Kalichi Assembly. We're starting to assimilate a lot of money situations. I don't know. Jeremy Lane, Will Hoyt, and a 3rd round next year for Jordan Hicks. Cliff Averill, McDougal, and a 2nd round pick for Jalen Ramsey, which honestly, for the most part, probably does fill our roster. If I can find any other offensive linemen that are really good, that are cheap, I might be able to do it. Let's see if we can get, maybe a Conklin. We trade Jaron Reed, a 5th this year and a 7th next year for Jack Conklin. You trade Justin Britt, Abdoshi, and a 2nd round next year for Jatavius Brown. So this is the roster. I'm not saying that we're expecting a Super Bowl year 1, but we're expecting a damn Super Bowl year 1. The roster's looking good. Wide receiver, I wish we could have went a little bit better, but Doug Baldwin is a 92 overall, and he does perform very well in rebuilds. I still have Thomas Rawls and Lacey here, but honestly, I should try to trade for someone better. Maybe I might trade for someone here. I tried many things, and one of them being a trade to the Panthers. I offered them Rawls, Lacey, in a 4th round, and both Rawls and Lacey were green, and they didn't want it. I can see why, because McCaffrey would have been an 80 or a 90 overall by the end of the year. But either way, our offense is looking good. Defense is looking solid. We should be number 1 defense in the league easily. Great corners, great pass rush. The DT is looking a little rough, but we do have a rookie there. Linebacker core, solid. Best safety core in the league. So, unless we miss a billion field goals from Blair Walsh, this should easily be a 14-2 season, which 14-2 is a little bit of a reach because usually you hit like 12-4, 13-3. But this is easily a 14-2 season, maybe even undefeated. So, of course, we only have 1 draft pick, and it's a 1st round pick from the Jets. So, I'm looking to trade that down to accumulate picks. And, of course, I'm going to look at the week 3, week 15, those big names, just in case there is someone amazing there. But obviously in the draft, we're intending this to be a just base players traded and just on the roster. That's enough to win a Super Bowl or 2. But of course, not really looking to draft, more or less accumulate more picks just in case we do have to let a lot of this talent go, which, let's be honest, we probably will. We had a tie with the Niners. I don't know what the hell EA is thinking with that sim, but it is what it is. Draft story, we have Carlos Offord was a rugby player just a few weeks ago, but his strength and endurance translates well to football. Son of legendary Texas high school coach Day. Strong safety, has been around the game his whole life. So it looks like could be 2 DBs here. So we're not really that screwed. We have Jimmy Graham, we have Shed, we have Lacey and Rawls. So here we go into the news. Week 15, we have a right outside linebacker joining the Heisman very rare elite list. We have some DBs, but that's not really a big deal. So, of course, a couple of running backs on the list for our re-signing. So I would like to see a nice running back here. Early first would not be in the market for him anyways. And of course, the time when we can actually draft a guy, there is no dominant or predominant guy to draft. I mean, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing here. None of these guys really fly off the page. Tight end, though, I would love to, skip on Jimmy. And that's just not going to happen there. Definitely going to have to sign him back. Simming to the playoffs now, let's take a look. How well did we do? I mean, we kind of know that we're in the playoffs. I mean, if that's a spoiler for you guys, I'm sorry. And 13-2-1, so close, not quite close enough to 14-2. 3,900 yards. I mean, this is definitely a much better season for Russell Wilson than he's ever really had for Sim. Almost 4,000 yards with 42 touchdowns, really good. Thomas Rawls, pretty decent. Eddie Lacy took the bulk of the touchdowns. 4.4, though, the best I've seen Rawls do in a while. Dez dominating. Baldwin did not. Lockett did all right, and Jimmy did all right. Blocking now, very solid. Best, the Seahawks are going to see in a while. Defense, kind of sack performance. 13.5 from Bennett, 11 from McDowell, 8.5 from Frank Clark. Picks, not bad either. Kicking, Blair Walsh, 6 for 9, which 6 for 9 tells me we were very efficient and didn't have to kick field goals as much. Got to be number 1-0, right? Number 5-0, that's not too bad. And probably number 1D. And are we? We are number 2. Very close, though. Did we win any awards? Russell Wilson was number 3. Coach of the Year, we were tied, basically. Unfortunate, but we should have a couple of awards here. Hopefully, Rams Defensive Player of the Year. Rookie of the Year, Trubisky. Defensive Rookie of the Year, McDowell. That's nice to see, especially from one of our weakest positions on the team. Falcons winning some awards. Kalichi Assembly, though, number 1 offensive lineman in the league. Sherman, number 2 for DBs. Not a whole lot of awards, 2 of them, but we were close. And overall just had a good season. So we'll simulate 1 week. Take a look at the team. Obviously, we're going to have hopefully some XP to use against the Rams. That should be a gimme. This is the team. Conklin, tons of XP. Assembly wins the award. Doesn't matter, though. Too old for that. And McDowell, great XP. So the weakest position on the team is going to be a lot stronger now with this XP. Going to use it up. Of course, we also have some coaching upgrades to make. And I don't know about you guys, but I always love to do the cheapest ones first because it's a waste not to. If you're going to go 1 wide receiver, you could have got linebacker and, DB or something. Just, whatever it may be. And McDowell goes up to superstar. He starts at quick, goes up to superstar. That's exactly what I like to see. Let's get his awareness. Let's get it to, 90. Why not, Why not? Okay. Maybe that's why not, because his play rec is a lot lower. Let's dial that back a little bit. At least get him to 80 there. Pursuit to 85. The rest on play rec. He's a 92 overall. That is what I'm talking about. Jack Conklin. He still has quick. His penalties balanced. I don't care about any of that, I guess. Let's get his blocking up. He's looking like a top tier offensive lineman now, and his injury's fine. 93 overall. There we go. And now we're pretty much done. The rest of the team doesn't really have a whole lot of XP. And Jesus, Russell Wilson, expensive enough to upgrade, pal. Don't know how many upgrades we reached, but this is what the team is looking like after using the XP. Offensive line looking solid. The center is the weakest position, but still, that's still an 80 overall. DT, obviously, McDowell's now pushing that to an A. This defense is stacked. We just need a backup DT, really. But I guess to be fair, it's not really a backup. It is actually a starter. If you really thought we cheated, you're on drugs. We did go 1-3 in the preseason, though, to be fair. I mean, we had some really good... Look at that. 5 straight games? 35 points. What in the world? Those are some nice wins. I mean, this looks like an easy year 1 and then some. I think with these ones where we're kind of expected to do well, assuming we do make the Super Bowl, we're going to keep going until we lose the Super Bowl. So if we go 3 straight years with a Super Bowl, we'll keep going If we can keep it going for 5 straight years, I don't care. We are going to do it. But, I mean, obviously just getting there the first time is enough of a challenge. So let's one thing at a time here. We got the ball first. Look at the ref. He's down. The ref is down for the count. 13-0, 20-0. Oh, defense gave up 3. And right before the half, cannot settle it. The Rams, they have a chance, and that chance is gone. Extra points missed left and right. Blair Walsh, you suck. Just kidding. Well, he does, but it is EA's fault. 39-3. They do get their first touchdown of the game. It's a little late for that, though. 39-10 is going to be the Super Bowl. Who the hell is that? I don't know who the hell that is. 39-10. Now, I appreciate the win. That's all I'm trying to say. Easy work. Hard work. Point to the easy work. The Rams and anyone else that stands in our way. Looking at the stats real quickly. I mean, there's nothing that jumps off the board except for overwhelming offense. And not just that, but a completely lockdown defense. 92 to their 88. So, I mean, it's not over. I mean, the Falcons, that's the one team you do not want to face in these rebuilds. They're deadly. And with the help of the defense, this is looking like I was about to say we might hold on. On 4th and 7, there's a penalty on the defense. What in the world? I don't know if it was a penalty on the field goal, but I would have went for it there. 4th and 2. What the hell? They got down the field in like 2 plays. There you go. Trying to replicate what they did, and we kind of did. Not quite as effective, but pretty close. Up by 5, 6 minutes left. And what is this? A penalty on the offense, and it goes all the way back. I don't know what the hell that was. But we're running the ball very successfully here, and they're not holding us yet. Ooh, there is a sack on the play. 3rd and 13, though. Conversion to Dez. That is a tough bullet to bite, and that will be the Super Bowl trip. Winning by 5 against the Falcons. Like I said, one of the toughest, if not the toughest team to try and beat, which we do. So now we go against someone in the Super Bowl. I don't know who it's going to be. AFC teams are really tough, so none of this is a gimme. Taking this win does give me a lot of confidence, but at the same time, it's not over yet. Russell Wilson performing well. I mean, if that's what a game manager does, I love me a game manager, because that is really good performances in the playoffs thus far. By the way, I was just thinking about like all my series and whatnot. Is there even actually like just regular head-to-head MUT? Because honestly, why would anyone do that? That's like a waste of time. I don't know what the rewards are, but it seems like a waste of time, honestly. Of course, we are going against the amazing New England Patriots. Hopefully we don't pass the ball at the 1-yard line, hence the dive play call. Probably very similar teams, honestly. Let's say, oh, that's too similar for me, boy. 92 all. That might actually be the score. And look at our coach. That hairline is sexy. That is, I mean, look at that. It's not even either. Like, that takes talent. To be that good, to have that good of a hairstyle, I mean, he has it off to the side. That is legendary. We're running the ball. I don't know why, and we punt the ball there. Do they not know who they're going against? Why would you punt the ball there? I'll never know. I'll never know. And this is exactly why you don't punt the ball. You pin them down to the 3, and guess what happens? They score a touchdown. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We do get down the field, though, so hopefully that doesn't matter. 2-point conversion, no good. 5 minutes left, and I don't know if there was a fumble, but it is our ball, and we score a touchdown up by 12 with 4 minutes left. Brady still has a chance, and believe it or not, Brady throws a pick in clutch time, and we do nothing with the ball, still giving Brady a chance. And 3rd and 5, they don't get it. 4th and 5, they have to go for it. Basically, they're trying to drive down the field, and holy crap, another interception for Tom Brady, and that's going to be the Super Bowl. Year 1 for us. Seattle wins it 43-24 against the Patriots. If there was ever a team you were going to win it against, it would obviously be the Patriots. Should have been the first time. It won't be the last. It probably will be the last. This is the only time in fake world. I mean, the Seahawks are okay in real life, especially matching up against a team like the Patriots, where I don't know about Hightower. Maybe he's actually playing, but I kind of felt like he's injured after the week 1 against the Chiefs, which if he is, Jimmy Graham will abuse the crap out of that. And of course, the pass rush from the Patriots really isn't all that hot. So an offensive line this bad, like the Seahawks really wouldn't play too much of a factor, you wouldn't think. And obviously, Seahawks defense is really good at getting to the quarterback and just playing coverage and just doing well in general. Great safeties, good hits. You know, Gronk would be completely blanketed for the most of the game, you would assume. You put Cam on him for the whole game, and boom, that should be a target gone. Receding hairline wins his first Super Bowl in his first year. Bobby Wagner happy. Who the hell is number 85? Is that Dez, potentially? Doesn't look like... Oh, it does actually look like Dez. Never mind. Looks exactly like Dez. I don't know what I'm talking about. Weird number for him, but year one, Super Bowl win. Going to go on. We also have to take a look at the quote-unquote awards. 3 picks for Brady. You cannot win in that scenario. Or with James White fumbling 3 times. Yikes. I don't know if they recovered any of them, but that's rough. Russell Wilson ran it a few times, did pretty well. Thomas Rawls, 3.0 yards per carry. That's terrible. Gronk and Jimmy had a battle. Jimmy really didn't win it. Gronk had 17 catches. That would be a huge fat L for this defensive, not DBs, but the linebacker core, because that is, I mean, this linebacker core is supposed to be great, especially with Jordan Hicks added and Jatavis Brown. Holy shit, 17 catches for one player. How? So the draft story news, we have Asa Sims with 2 picks and smothering pass coverage. I kind of feel that's going to be a safety, which sucks. Then we have Haynes Flowers, bested running back Griffin. So we have 2 running backs there as well. And then we had a flawless performance from a left guard. So I messed up big time. The tag on him was 13.1. I'm not sure why the tags were different. I thought it was you automatically, when you tag someone, you paid them top dollar. I didn't think it actually had anything to do with, I don't know if that was an EA mistake or what's the story, but I'm almost certain we should have signed him for the exact same price. I'm pretty sure. Because otherwise, like, guys like Kirk Cousins would never get deals. They would just keep getting tagged. So we signed Rawls, but sadly, we are basically broke at this point. 4.5 mil we have. That is bad. Might have to try to send off a guy like Richard Sherman. Ooh, Brent Grimes would be the guy to replace him, too. We can get a guy like Brent Grimes for really cheap. I know Brent Grimes is 35, but if I can get a guy like Brent Grimes for that price, I'm all about it. We're still the only offer on Brent Grimes. If we can get him, I would easily trade off Richard Sherman. I know he's, still clearly the better option, but you got to do what's best for the team, and Richard Sherman is like 5 times the price. So we did get Brent Grimes, which is going to save us a bit. Start the draft. What pick do we have? Hopefully it's number 1, just so that number 3. Okay, I mean, that's still going to be a very expensive pick, so maybe that's where a lot of our money goes. I really don't care about the draft players. A few of you guys have been telling me that I can just look at them without having to actually like go around and make the look around and say, oh, where the hell are they? What's this? What's going on? I'm gonna go with the 21st pick here, not 21th. What do they get at number 3? It's a very understandable pick there. It's gonna cost you a lot to move up there, and I think that was very good value for us. I really don't know who the hell we want. I would assume no one this high. Who do we want? I think it's mostly offensive linemen. So Preston Underwood. Oh, shit. This guy's still here. I don't want to do it, but I have to. I have to. They do that all the time to you. Number 21, 5th rank. So what everyone told me was the guys that are they miss the combine or they skip it, they're really good players with good dev, always quick. But what I've gathered is that's quite the opposite. Their dev is always normal or worse. Sometimes it's quick, but they're very good players. These are the best players to go for. Because, yes, he's slow, but he's 21 years old. That's the big key with these guys is they're usually young as hell, just like this guy. He's got 87 speed, 79 XL is a little low, but 90 hit power, 88 block shed, 89 tackle, 74 finesse, and power move. I know that dev sucks ass. It obviously does. But at the same time, that is an amazing player. Preston Underwood, solid player. But we have ourselves an early 5th. Going to take him. Normal dev, supposed to go 32. Very, very good player, though. I am not mad with that pick at all. Obviously a steal. Let's move on to the next pick. Hopefully it's soon. There it is. He's 21 years old, so I don't expect a whole lot. But he could be a quick. He's normal. Whoa, what the hell is this? Kadarius is ranked 58 in true talent overall, and you drafted him at 125. That looks so weird. An amazing player, though. I don't know if we have a spot for him on the team. We have another pick here? I did not expect us to have one here. Let's make sure we have our offensive lineman scouted. So we're going to take one of the offensive linemen here, and here he is. I mean, these guys don't look amazing, but they're decent players that I have to take a shot on. We still got a first round next year, and we really didn't select too high. Let's take a look. Who got the best rookies? Do we have any great rookies here? Whoever told me this tip, which I know a few of you guys actually did, thank you collectively. This is actually a really big difference maker. Superstar Dev, wow, look at that guy. Similar to our guy. Superstar Dev is a lot nicer, though, obviously. But at the same time, he is 2 years older. So if you don't think we can get Superstar Dev in 2 years, you on crack, yo. Right tackle, Trevion Parquet. Or Travion, one of the two. Oh, Jesus. The Bills with the freaking draft of a lifetime. Okay, to be fair, they did have 2 first rounds. Weston, obviously a beast. Great pick there. Can't go wrong. Brock, great pick there. Great offensive line there. And a new quarterback who is slow. That quarterback basically ruins the whole draft. Broncos, oh my God, that is horrendous. That is the worst outcome they could ever have. Clearly. Coco Ellis, not bad. Ellis Rich, I think you would. Do we have anything else? This was not a great draft. Marcus Culliver, Superstar Dev, because of his team, he's already regressed. Rough day for that man. Tight end in the second round. What a steal there by Gordon. Or for Gordon. Gordon Snow. Speaking of Gordons, double Gordons. Good, the good Gordon brothers here. Jets, bad draft. Lions, Packers get Terrell Cook, cornerback. Oh, I hope Kevin King's someone like that in real life. Demetrius Johnston. Going on, though, we have the only real moves we have to make are moves that make the team cheaper. So we're going to have to try to make that happen. We'll take a look at the team, see what we can do. Offensive line is, a cash situation that we can sacrifice. That's the one position that we probably can and will probably have to sacrifice on. Good old Rimmer. The Rimster. We're going to go for him. He's the best rookie. See, this is why you don't re-sign your running backs. We could have traded for Tevin Coleman. It would have costed us nothing. We didn't have to re-sign him. We could have just traded for him. $400K on the year to have a running back better than Rawls. God damn it. That blows. And there we go. Richard Sherman, Assembly, and a second round next year for Slay. I mean, we do get younger, 2 years younger, but the main thing, obviously, getting much, much cheaper. McDowell is so high of an overall already. We're going to end up getting rid of that. You never know. We could have another year in us. I mean, we got younger. We technically didn't get worse, like I said. So here we trade a first, a fourth, and McAvoy for the Jets' first-round pick. So we moved the cap room up to 24 mil, and we didn't get much worse. We ended up with Sheriff. We do have a new young offensive lineman in he is a little worse, I will admit. Wide receivers are regressing a little bit. But the defense does get slightly better as we move Michael Bennett to the backup defensive tackle spot, move the rookie Price in at right end, and he moves up to an 85 overall. And then, of course, we upgrade the cornerback position, number 3, from 80 to 88. The linebackers are looking good. Earl might have regressed a little bit, but the linebackers, I know they're regressed a little bit as well. But at the same time, we're looking very similar, if not better than last year. So we could/should expect similar results. And it's so weird because normally when we're in these rebuilds and I feel like we're going to win, I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to scout. I don't really care about any of that. Doesn't really matter. But now, the way we're doing it, we have to scout because if we keep winning, we're going to keep playing. Which, I mean, it's kind of fun to do that because it's just like, what's going to happen? What's going to go on? I wonder who we have to re-sign. We have a little bit of money to do so, though. We have 62 mil cap. We're solid. We're solid. Big, important news here, though. What do we have in the draft? Safety and linebacker. There we go. Former boxer, Davian Brooks. Nice, because we need a linebacker big time. Boxer, you would think that's, hit power. Hit power usually comes from the coverage linebacker position. So hopefully, there we go, like I predicted. There we go, not bad. Hopefully we can land him. He looks pretty solid if I don't say so myself. So he's a very tough position for me to be in because Jimmy Graham, he's 31. He's obviously regressing. It's clear as day that he is regressing, and he wants a giant contract. I just cannot do that. Sheriff, though, he's not really asking for that much. Time to lock one of these linemen up. So, of course, we have a need at tight end because I don't know if we're going to keep them. Middle linebackers, one of them at least. McQuaid with the Heisman win. I'm curious to see what the Seahawks are going to do in real life. Of course, we're reaching the playoffs. Hopefully, we're in it. But are they going to keep him? Ooh, what a score there. 12-4. Who's MVP? Oh, Rodgers. I was about to say, for some reason, it looked like there was a Z in the name. I don't know why. Had a stroke there. Russell Wilson's touchdowns are going down each year. Rawls, 6 fumbles for Rawls. Had a good yard rushing season, but that's about it. Baldwin is becoming an issue. Des Bryant has been solid, ever since he came to this team. Sacks, Frank Clark, 15.5. Do we have any with the rookie? Bennett, 13.5. Price only had 6. That's rough. I know his actual pass rushing stats weren't great, but that sucks a lot. Offensive yards, 8th in the league. What about defensive? It is number 1, of course. Got to expect great things from this team. Let's see. Do we have any awards at all? I'm hoping something. Maybe, he didn't play well, but he could have still won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Did he? He did not. He was number 4, which isn't bad. Didn't really expect him to win it, but I was hoping just maybe. Best O-line, had a couple of guys there. We're not going to have a single award here. By the way, someone who's been really quiet on this team is Wagner. He did well early on, and then he just, crapped the bed, I suppose. Do have a bye week, which is nice. Little bit of XP. Soared with 40K. I don't know where he got that from. It seems like the youngest lineman on the team always gets a big boost of XP just out of nowhere, and he's basically the only one. But with that XP, that should make this line back to all just about 90s, except for the center spot. We have 1 boost to go with. I suppose wide receiver is the position because it has the most affecting parties. Let's go on, then. Let's take a quick look at the team. 95 for Wilson, 86 for the fullback. What do we got? Offensive lineman, Sword goes to a 92. We already been over that. He's the second best lineman on the team already. God damn. I don't know where that XP comes from. Some goals, probably. Linebackers, they haven't really changed, but they're not bad. Slay and Ramsey looking good. DT's looking good. D-line looking good. The team on defense has all A- or better. So, clearly, we're getting better, I would think. And then on the offense, you got the 3 wide receiver, the center, and the fullback is the only positions that aren't A- or better. So this team is sick. And we see there, it appears that the Bears actually made the playoffs, but they did lose to the Saints. Once again, if you think we cheated with this roster, if we had to cheat with this roster to get there, you crazy. You crazy. It's 94 to their 86. I would say we're probably max by now. 95 overall easily. 29-9. Great run there at the end of the first half. Get something going for themselves. But, of course, as we already expected, way, way, way too overwhelming. 41-9, 41-12. Keep going. And 41-19 is the score. 1 game away already from the Super Bowl. Their rookie started for him. Carter started for him, which is interesting. Who had 12 per? Damn, their quarterback must be fast. I might have to take a look at him after this game. I actually want to. That is nice, because I seen there were like a bunch of mobile quarterbacks. We'll have to take a look at that, because that's actually quite interesting. Actually, we've probably already seen him, but I still want to know now. Holy shit, their quarterback is very fast. Look at the speed on the man. Looking pretty solid there. 87 speed, 88 excel, 91 agility. 9-7 Eagles. What is this? Is this some sort of joke? We are a 94 to their 87. A little bit more of a challenge, I suppose. But here is another matchup. The Eagles could take us out. I've seen them make the Super Bowl before. I'm just wondering if we're building such a good team that we might never lose. This is just getting ridiculous. It's just too easy. The team is too dominant. 32-3. What do we start of the fourth quarter? Defense is just completely locked down. Let's keep it going. And it would appear that the game is over 32-3. That's a championship game. That should not happen in a championship game. Come on now. Give me some resistance. Russell Wilson's been very good for us. Very proud of the way he's played. You see, that's the thing. Jimmy Graham doesn't play too well, but I do like the overall, the 97 overall plus 98 overall, whatever it is. I like seeing that because it helps the team obviously win in these sim battles. I mean, it's us. Like, are we really gonna lose this? Not a chance. Oh shit! Hit the field goal. That does put us up by 8. So, damn, the Chargers are clutching right now. There is a pick by Earl Thomas, and that most likely will end the game for the Super Bowl. Oh, it's not. It's never over. Now it's over. And there we go with a win. 22-16. A very close one. I'm not going to watch this. We've seen it. We know what's going to happen. Russell Wilson, how did you play? First pick I seen him throw in the postseason, if I'm being honest. Super stud. And of course, Jimmy Graham has a really good game for the possibly final game of his Seattle career here. Clearly did that just so he can get a good contract, little shithead. So, of course, you guys know the rule. We aren't stopping, and I'll show you guys we didn't cheat. Where is it? Playoff. Win. Jaguars destroyed the Patriots. Interesting. And now we have a little bit of money left over. Do we sign one of these guys? 30 years of age, 32 years of age here. Safety and tight end, not the hardest positions to go for. So we're going to lowball Jimmy Graham here a little bit. He's not going to take it, even though he should. Thanks, not interested. Franchise tag is 13 mil. No, thank you. I don't want Earl to go, but I'm going to have to let him go. I would like to play for a new team. Franchise tag is 11. I'm not going to tag either of them. I hope EA doesn't tag them. At the end of the day, if they do, it's okay because they are both really good players. Looks like they'd be getting a little bit more than we would offer. Ryan Shazier is here. Jordy Nelson is here. Bud Dupree. So Steelers appear to be the new Falcons, where they lose a bunch of their good talent. DRC would fit perfectly right in where Grimes left off. Delaney's nice, but if I'm going to sign someone that costs money, look at that. DRC coming to the team. He knows what's up. If you're going to sign with a team that's, giving you a low ball, you take the team that wins Super Bowls, baby. These players, these linebackers, man, I usually get some really good talent. This is not one of those drafts. There it is, though. About damn time. Hopefully we land that linebacker. I don't know what our pick is. We need a top, I would say, 8 to land the linebacker. We land number 7 and number 10. Now, this is a risky move because if he's even there, he might already be gone on that line. Nah, we're not missing on the linebacker. Way too good to skip out on. Took him at 7. Was supposed to go 10. That's what I was expecting him to go. Superstar Dev, 80 overall. Very solid pick there. Can't miss. Didn't miss. Undangjabo, whatever his name is. There we go. Finisher. They won there. I mean, that's a good trade for them. Devontae Ellison, looking good. What is he? Quick Dev. Supposed to go 20. We took him 14. 92 strength. 23 years old. Quick Dev. Solid defensive tackle for us. He should be like an 84 or better. Oh, hell no. Sanchez McCord, you are definitely coming to the team. Not a question, pal. I'm sorry, but you're coming to the team. McCord, skipper, normal. He's a little old, which is kind of shocking, but he's good. He's definitely good. He's a steal. See what he is. Quick Dev, supposed to go 41. We took him 186. Good linebacker there. Could replace Jatavis. He might need a contract, so we'll definitely try to trade him off. Lineman here, 204. Took him 50, or he's supposed to go 53. Excellent pick. Quick Dev. I'll agree with it. I think it's an excellent pick as well. Solid draft again. Trade away this pick. In the arms of the angels. Fly away with these picks. They drafted an absolute bust. I've never seen that in my life. 62 overall quarterback in the first round. There it is. The lineman we just drafted, but I mean, we had to get it done. First round. The Lepsis, the lineman, and Jones, the DT. I wonder if I got any achievements, because my legacy's got to be pretty good. We will take a look at the XP in a little bit. But Jordan Reed, we upgrade our tight end this time around. Offensive line, I would say we didn't go down, because it's the same players. but we're going to have a better squad to start the season. Running back is better. Wide receiver position, other than the regressions, doesn't get much worse. Perriman's pretty much the same thing as Tyler Lockett in Madden, at least. Old man who says he's young, but he's not. Russell Wilson doesn't get any worse. Defense, we do drop a little bit on linebacker, but it is a rookie with superstar. So if and when we make the the playoffs, we'll have a better linebacker core than we started. Ellison keeps getting pushed out of the DT number 2 spot, which does go down slightly, but with quick dev, he looks to be primed for a super starting role. Actually, might pass up McDowell by the end of the season. And then Tyrann Mathieu, pretty similar to Earl, didn't really lose too much there. So overall, we retain most of the players, and we still have money left over, and we're still going strong for another year. Okay, so this ironically might be the year that we were done. Obviously, you don't let a guy like Jack Conklin go. Absolute legend. Bobby Wagner, I mean, he's on that level for me as well. Like, he's just so good. But then you've got this guy named Russell Wilson. Can you afford him as well? That's a huge hit. I think it comes down to who is there for you. I mean, we have lots of cashish. So, I mean, if I need to, I will try to sign him. We could easily afford him, though. Like, that's the thing. We could afford this whole team. Once again, we built such a good squad. Like, we got this team out of their money issues, which, to be fair, if we're talking realistic terms, obviously, I took a huge hit with a lot of penalties. So, it's not like the Seahawks in real life could do what I did to get there. But, talking, simply entertainment factor, we got them out of their bad money situation, and we're looking good in the future. 30-year-old Russell Wilson, he deserves this contract. He definitely does, and I'm going to give it to him. He deserves it. So there we go. We got that. Dez Bryant, 30 years old, 4 years, not really interested. I'd probably rather tag him. On to the playoffs. Let's see how good we did. Obviously, we're going to have another bye week, and we're going to have, a nice playoff run. MVP for Russell. What are you doing? Going undefeated season. And it should have been there. 15-0-1. Who did we tie with? Probably the Niners again, huh? Eagles. God damn it. That should have been undefeated. Coach of the year, obviously. 7,600 XP is nice. Russell Wilson, best season yet. Perfect timing for his contract. Rawls, best season yet. He's playing through his contract. Reed, coming to our team, probably his best career season, I would assume. Dez Bryant trying to earn that contract. I mean, he definitely did. Offensive line is unbelievable. Sacks, do we have anything crazy? 11 there, 11.5 there, 10.5 there. Ellison Price has just been disappointing. 7 picks for Ramsey, 5 for Chance. Some really good stats here. Kicking, missing 5, that's all right. Kramer, okay. Kick return touchdown for Perriman, the old man. And nothing there. Offensive, number 1. Defensive, slap on the 1. Yep, doesn't show it, which means it's number 1. MVP awards. Ooh, Patriots had 2. They had James White and James Thompson, who is apparently the new... We didn't get the best quarterback, or coach. Goddamn Griffin Murphy steals it again. Offensive player of the year, Wilson. Defensive player of the year, Wagner. McCord was 4, and he didn't even start. Defensive rookie of the year, Brooks was 3. Best quarterback, Russell. Best running back, Ty Mont. What overall is he? 95. We could have a 95 overall Ty Mont in 3 years in the league. Oh my god, that's sick. Conklin, number 1 offensive lineman. Best D lineman, not there. Best linebacker, Wagner, number 2. Jalen Ramsey, best DB. So many damn awards. What kind of XP? We're going to first simulate because obviously we have a win there. Going against the Cowboys, toughest week 1 we've had. Honestly, it was, our team's so good, I didn't even care. I just super sim the XP. 99 Conklin, 99 for Sword with the +1. Oh my god, this team is sick. And our wide receiver core is actually a little rough, but still clearly enough to get the job done. Brooks goes to an 87. Wish he would have been a little higher. Jalen, 95. Slay, still 93. Backup DT. I thought he was going to have a much better year, but I don't know. The rookies just haven't done well. McDowell did really well his first year, and then the rest of the team did not. This is looking like a 3 Super Bowl rebuild. 92 overall. EA, where you come up with these overalls? Bullshit. Oh my god, I don't understand that. We'll have to take a look after this. I could honestly just simulate the game and we win every time. I mean, if we lose in sim with this team, like, I'm so confident because this team is so OP. Lockdown defense, 23-6. Lockdown defense, 26-6. We're going to super sim this. Unless they have a miracle quarter, this should be game. Complete lockdown there. You can see the dashes didn't even move. 32-12, and that's going to be game. 32-12. Absolutely locked down. It's the defense that's doing it. Let's be honest. The offense hasn't been crazy good. Russell threw 2 picks that game. Yikes. It's obviously the defense. Curse was their best receiver. Sorry, pal, but you missed out on all of this talent, all of these rings. I'd be so devastated. Could you imagine missing out on all those rings, all that success? That sucks. That sucks, but what can you do? Wasn't his choice. Some decent success themselves. 94-8, 93. Woo, Packers looking good out here, boys. Moving on now, though. Early on, Packers have 7. They stop us, but of course, we stop them right back, get a score. Down 1. Defense very good for both teams, apparently. We are only up by 2. Now we're down by 5. Now we're down by 11. Uh-oh. This is a little bit of a shocker. Defense clutching up again. Start of the 4th, though. The Packers are looking like they might win this thing. Stopped them on 4th down. That is clutch. I don't know why they would do that. And 4th and 1, you don't go for it there. Okay. Holy shit. And there's an interception, it would appear. There is. I don't know why it said it was a penalty. 3rd and 14. Clutch play from Russell. Gets the touchdown. Down 6. Make a stop. They do. 3 minutes left, and the offense has time. There's an interception from Kevin King. We might have just lost the game, kids. We just lost the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers because an interception. Russell Wilson, the age has hit him. He had his MVP season, but the worst postseason performance he's ever had so far for us. Just the last couple games have been terrible. Intercepted by Kevin King, of all people. Of all people, it was Kevin goddamn King. My boy, who's going to be awesome to use in that league, but we'll see. Have to get there first. 2 picks from both quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks were shit. They were both bad. Ty was better than Rawls by quite a bit. Jamal fumbled. Carson fumbled. Rodgers fumbled. Fumbles all over the board. Who got picks? Kevin King, Clinton, Dix. And we had 2 picks as well, though, so I really don't know how we missed. Did we miss a field goal? We did, but so did they. So, I mean, I don't know. We just didn't score enough. We got down the field just as well as they did. Just did not score. So, of course, I do not want to touch this. I want to keep this for the future because this is actually a really fun roster. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. This was a really fun, interesting one. This is the most dominating we've been in a while. And the Seahawks do start out great, but they don't start out this great. I mean, we didn't even go too sleazy with the wide receivers. We could have easily went for, like, Odell and just kept contracting him and, you know, just being a beast. But we kind of went higher on defense. Offensive line, obviously, is a huge factor, but that's easy to get. But defense, we did really well with. You know, Frank Clark, he developed okay. Price overall is okay. He just doesn't perform well. I don't know. I think it's just because he's young. McDowell did really well. Ellison, Ramsey did about as well as you expect. The linebacker core really didn't move up too much. They were pretty much around 85 to 90 the whole way through. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, it's always valid. Any rebuild gets 1,000 likes. We will do a full week of rebuilds, 1 per day for 7 straight days. I got to put that in the beginning of the video as well. But anyways, I mean, subscribe if you're new, maybe. Like, I mean, watching to this point, that is amazing. And I say it every time because it's truly amazing. If you don't subscribe, fine. If you don't like, fine. Commenting, I like that, to be fair. I do like when people are interacting. I like to respond to just about every comment. But, I mean, just watching to this point is, you know, that's already good enough for me. But anyways, hope you guys... Well, wait a minute. What team should be next? I don't really have any plans for any teams. I just kind of flew the coop here, went with the Seahawks. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe we'll have a most votes gets the next rebuild, assuming it wasn't a do-over. Or not a do-over, but a duplicate, I suppose. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video, go Pack Go, and see ya!